Two, I guess. Ooh. All the way. Right. In the middle. Hi, everybody. We just got a minute here and then we'll get started. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hump day. We have a fun one. It's a new glove today. Kind of excited. We'll start at 10. Give him a few minutes, get your coffee. Well, unless you're on the East Coast and you're probably heading for lunch, but it's always funny. We're just getting to work, starting the day. Hope everybody is doing all right. This one is, I'm kind of excited for this one. This one's going to be a fun one. We have something new. We don't get new products very often, which is great. So this one will be a fun one.
And a new person.
Yes. We have Justine with us today. Well, it's about 10. So if we get started, if anybody has any questions, drop them in the chat. Anything you want to ask, think, comment, add to this. We all have different experiences with what we're doing. So it's always fun to hear what everybody's thinking and going through. So welcome to the Glove Lab. Thank you for joining us again this month. We do this once a month. Wednesday, usually we try to do like the first Wednesday of a full week. So it's nice to see everybody. We try to talk about everything disposable gloves. We also do disposable clothing, but gloves are the majority of what we do. So once again, if you have anything, just drop it in the chat. Or if afterwards, if you're watching this for the recording, you can always, if you comment, ask questions, we'll always get back to you. We have somebody that monitors that and we can answer all your questions. So did you want to get started?
Sure. For those who are new, this is Sarah. You're probably, or if you're not new, you're familiar with her. But if you've been here with us, I'm Justine. I'm new here on the live stream.
Yes, you've been with us for
usually
years.
Ashley's here. So.
She's been with us for years doing sales. We just don't make her peg in front of the camera.
Yes. So it's good to be here. We're a specialist supplier of disposable gloves and clothing and the world's first B Corp. Certified company in the glove space, at least. And we also developed our proprietary Delta Zero. So we test our own gloves to make sure they are there's no cross-contamination potential. We believe that the industry standard for glove quality should be higher than they are. So we're trying to raise the bar in our space.
Yes, so that's what makes us a little bit different. We have very high quality gloves. Of course, we're biased when we love our gloves, but then at the same time, we do a lot of research. We have a lot of science, and there's a lot of stuff actually behind a really simple product that you think like, hey, it's just a glove, I'll put it on. There's actually a lot that goes into it to make sure it works and it's what you need and things like that. So that is why we are here.
And today is really exciting. Sarah kind of mentioned earlier, but we're introducing a brand new glove that we've developed specifically for the meat and poultry industry. So for processing operations.
Grab it.
And it's called the Eagle Protect 1420 Double Diamond Latex Glove. Say that 5 times fast.
Right. So this one is a
massive beast of a glove.
It is a big box of a glove, but really cool. This one is, I want to say it's like, oh, it's a blue glove. It's like, we already have a blue glove. It's like, no, this one's actually different where all the stuff. So it's kind of, this is an exciting one to bring in.
It's really like, wow.
Yes. So today we're going to explain kind of why we created it, the problems it helps solve. It is designed specifically for certain roles, doing certain things. We're going to walk through the specs and the features, discuss how it improves your efficiency, it reduces costs, helps with food safety. It just has a lot of stuff going on. And we're also going to talk kind of about the hidden costs. Hidden costs. It sounds so devious. Talk about the hidden costs of gloves. Just because you're using a glove and you know the case cost, it doesn't actually mean that you have everything calculated in there that involves the use of the glove that actually costs you money. So we're going to talk about some of those and some of the inefficiencies that many processors are experiencing every day and maybe not even realizing it. And then this glove was actually specifically addressed to solve those. So that's why we're excited for this one. It's something where we really feel like we're going to help people in many ways.
Yes. So before we jump in, let's start with our question of the month. What is the biggest challenge you have with your current processing gloves? So that could be, is it durability, grip, worker compliance is a common one.
How about cost?
Cost.
We all love spending money.
And waste and wasted cost.
Yeah. And then there's, how about skin issues or
inventory management?
If the workers like the gloves,
yeah,
and if they don't even like them and won't use them, it's like people really run into a lot of unique problems with, like I said, such a simple product can have a lot of different angles for it.
So drop your answer in the chat.
Well, you're in sales. What do you see most?
I think cost is definitely the biggest one, and people are just going through, ripping their gloves all the time. That's and true. It's all being wasted. So the That's cost true. And also the safety of the glove, like, compliance and quality issues.
Yeah. We
see glove fragments in product way too often, and that's not a fun issue to have.
Oh my God. And such an expensive issue too, thinking of price.
Yeah.
I would say I probably hear people talking about ripping the most, but I think ripping is just like a frustration they see and it's so visible. But then at the same time, ripping adds, like you're saying, like if you're using 10% more gloves, it adds cost. So it's like there's almost kind of like one problem creates 2 or 3 problems.
Yes, exactly.
If not 4 or 5. Once you get,
it depends on who you talk to too, and what if you're using the glove or if you're managing the team. So
that's
they
really
kind of
true.
all correlate, but yeah,
that's very true. So a lot of these challenges were also what the meat industry is going through, the meat processing industry. They have a lot of these too. And this glove is something that I really think is going to help with that. Yeah. So we designed this specifically for the meat industry. Okay, so we spend a lot of time in meat processing plants. So this is kind of where everybody knows, like they all know our story. Okay, so we started in New Zealand, and I would say the bread and butter of our business there was the meat processing industry. If everybody knows New Zealand, they have very high standards. They have a lot of meat processing. They export a lot of meat, but they export it to other countries. So their standards are super high because when I import something, it has to be perfect. Like I'm not going to pay for it if there's glove chunks in it and things like that. So that's where we started. And so when we moved over here about 10 years ago, it was kind of the natural first step. So a lot of our customers are meat processing, and now we're expanding beyond that. But that's kind of why we started in the meat industry. And so this glove kind of came about since we are in the meat processing plants, hearing some of that. So that's just a little bit where our background of our experience kind of came from. And so that's how this glove got created. So, okay. So we spend a lot of time in them, and we keep hearing the same frustrations over and over. How fun is this orange one? Okay, so workers need gloves that perform in wet and slippery conditions. So if we're talking a meat processing plant, thinking meat. So meat is wet, it's slippery, sometimes it's frozen, which is very sharp, surprisingly. And then also if it's greasy, it has like the fatty oils. And so meat is really kind of has a lot of different angles and interesting things that have to be managed to make sure that we do it in a food safe way, keeping the workers safe and processing it right, getting everything done. Okay, so the workers need it to work. They need something that works in the wet, slippery conditions. They need to be able to do what they're doing successfully. Food safety teams, they need the glove to be a consistent quality. If something goes wrong, there's a ripping glove, we have a chunk of glove in the food, that's quality's problem. Right. So that's something that we need to take care of with this glove. And then also procurement teams, like you were saying about the pressure, keeping costs down. I mean, I like my paycheck as much as everybody else. So we have to stay within budget. Money matters. And this is something we can help with to reduce costs. Operations teams, you're trying to eliminate the inefficiencies whenever possible. You need your line to be moving. You need to hit your production standards. You need to hit your numbers, and things have to be running smoothly to do that. So it's something we want to help with. And then despite all of that, many of these meat processing facilities are still using glove systems that have been around for decades, and they haven't really changed. That's kind of, it's like, well, this is the glove we've always used, or this is what we've always done. So we're just going to keep doing it because that's the glove we use, and that's what it is. And so you kind of accept it as the norm, right. And it's not something that's really been dug into every year. Yeah, like, could we do it better? Right. Sometimes it's nice to step back and be like, is there a better option for it? And so that's kind of what led to this.
Yeah.
Yes.
And one of the more unique features of the glove is that it's ambidextrous, right? So yes. I've got my right on, you've got your left.
So we'll just have our the ambidextrous. So we're just going to use all the 4-syllable words that we can today. So being ambidextrous is just a big way of saying that one glove can be used on both hands. We have the exact same glove. I have it on my left. She has it on her right. So the same glove fits both hands. And that is a major feature, even though it just kind of like, it seems like something that's really simple and straightforward. Be like, well,
but a lot of these really heavy duty gloves are not.
Yes. Typically, the heavy duty gloves that are in this area of meat processing are manufactured with a left glove and a right glove. So they are curved a bit where the one glove fits one hand, one glove fits one hand. So that also means that somebody has to sort them. They take a right glove and a left glove, they pair them, often they roll them, making a little pair. And then when the workers come in, they distribute them.
And that takes so much time to do and labor to like set them up and redistribute them.
But a lot of facilities honestly don't know that. It's just something, it's like, we've always done, the workers need gloves. This is how we get them gloves. And so having workers that actually roll and match and everything like that to get the gloves distributed, it can consume up to 2 to 3 employees working for like 15 hours a week. Wow. I mean, it's like, I mean, it's like, that's a lot of just salary when all you're doing is not working. You're just taking a glove, taking a glove, making a pair, and then, I mean, handing them out. It's like, that's a lot of time just to distribute gloves when you think about it, where it's like, I just have a glove and I put it on. That's just nice.
So that's a lot of wasted time right there. And then,
all right. So we do have a question. What does it mean to roll a glove? I agree. It does sound like it should have like frosting on it or something like that, but it is not quite. So that would be if I take a left glove out of the box and a right glove out of the box, I'll put them together and I'll roll them and I'm going to make a pair. So when the worker comes in, they can take this rolled pair and when I grab it, I have a set and then I'm ready to go to work. So they're just kind of like prepping it together and just organizing it. So it's really easy for the workers to grab a set of gloves is when they roll it together is what we mean. And it is a significant, talking about our hidden costs, it's just one of the labor costs. It's not the actual cost of buying that glove, but the labor invested is part of using that glove. So it's one of the costs involved that we can help with. And this is where I got to say, it's not, we didn't make this glove just to like make another glove. It was where we really tried to solve a lot of the problems. And I think going through this, people are going to see that. And having the right glove, left glove is a really big part of that.
This is just cutting out a step and making it simplified. And that's what we want to do is make your jobs easier. So
yes. Okay. Let's say beyond that though. So the rolling of the gloves is labor, right? So this is an additional cost and that's very obvious for that. But let's even say the usage of it just being ambidextrous. So if I'm going to use the gloves and I can just pick a glove and I can use it on either hand, it's like, that's huge on the usage part of it. Because if you think about it, let's say the orange guy is the left and the blue guy is the right? So I'm working. I rip the blue one. So that one goes. And it was like, but now I need another right hand.
Right.
The box came with a pair, but I only need the right one. So I either replace.
Oh, what a headache.
I either replace both gloves and this glove is still working, but I'm taking a whole new pair.
Of the rights.
Or now my inventory has more lefts than it does rights. And then how do you balance buying inventory when you buy a box with half right, half left, but then I still have half a box of left over there because I'm only ripping my right. And it's like, I mean, it gets there's a lot of extra inventory. There's labor costs. It's hard to manage. If you have a whole box of lefts, by the time I'm ordering more lefts and rights, I'm just going to get rid of the lefts because I don't have space. And it's like,
such a simple thing that can create a massive headache.
Or you can just take one glove out of the box and put it on either hand and go to work. So that's where, and this is where I got to say, it's such a simple thing, but it's just how it's been done for years and years. And so that was
can be done better.
A big part of this glove where it just simplifies. It simplifies. And I think making people's jobs easier is something that people are really going to like about this glove.
And also simplifying the ripping, like you said, if you're ripping a glove, which a lot of people are used to and just assume it's going to happen because gloves rip. I mean, these gloves are not going to rip.
Well, speaking of ripping, okay, so
let's test it.
1420, right? So we call it the 1420. 1420 double diamond, if you will. Double diamond. It's the black diamond. It's
we live in a ski town.
Yeah, I mean, skier jokes out there. Okay, so with the 1420, why we call it that, I'm going to hold this up like you guys can see it. Okay, but so the palm right here is actually a 20 mil. Mil is the thickness, and 20 mil is a pretty robust glove. It is a thick, tough, robust glove. And then the 14 comes from my fingertips only have a 14 mil. So they're not quite as thick as the palm.
Because the palms take on more of the task.
Yes, and this was done on purpose. The thicker palm provides the durability where they need it. Because if you think, if I'm grabbing things, holding things, turning things, the torque on gloves is really hard on gloves. So that gives that extra durability in the palm where you need it. But then the fingertips have that 14, so you're maintaining the comfort, the tactility.
Dexterity.
Yes, you can still feel what you're doing. So it also helps you have more comfort, less stress on your hands. It's just like, it's nice feeling glove where I can feel what I'm doing, but then when I need a little bit more girth in the middle, you get that. So the durability is there. So it's kind of designed in a way where it's not your standard, just let's say like a 5 mil glove, the whole thing. So it does have different, and it's still a thick glove. 14 mil is still a very thick glove.
Yes.
So when it's still a very thick glove, but when I feel it, it is noticeably thicker than the palm, and the palm feels very sturdy, but I gotta say it's not, it's not stiff.
Right.
It's thick, but it's still comfortable. It is latex. So it has a very nice stretch to it. And it is a very thick glove, but it doesn't have I don't feel restricted by it. Where if a glove is too thick and it's really hard to bend and it's a lot of tug on your hand, I don't know about you. I don't get that from this glove.
No, it's smooth. It's soft. I'm not restricted in any way.
Yeah. Fun fact, I don't know if you know this. I just found this out actually. So that's why I'm going to throw it out as a fun fact. But when chicken fat, I know, starting in a weird place, right? So chicken fat can actually wear down gloves over time. It actually affects the material of gloves. It makes them stiff, kind of makes them stretched out. They're less comfortable to wear after they've been, not like you're just soaking them in chicken fat, but if you're processing chickens and you're touching a lot of chicken fat, it does affect the glove. So the 1420 is actually built to stand up to that kind of use, and it keeps the fit and durability in poultry processing. So there's my chicken fat fun fact of the week. But the material, it does hold up nicely to the chicken fat,
glove.
which can affect actually the material of the glove.
So again, this was specifically designed for these operations so that they can use it for their whole shift and not encounter these problems.
Yes. And so, like we said, it's 20 mil on the palm, 14 mil on the fingers. Sorry, I have sweaty hands today. That's probably gross, but
mine's not a good. This is what you do not want.
But we do want to have the best world. So it's thinner where it needs to be thinner, but it's more durable where it needs to be durable. We kind of want the best of both worlds. And what we're finding when facilities are testing out this glove is that we're replacing the 13 mil and a 17 mil glove. So there's two different gloves that have kind of traditionally been used, and those are the right hand, left hand gloves. They've traditionally been used in poultry processing, and we're finding that this one glove kind of matches both of those in performance. And so wherever they're using those, we're finding that this glove has been a really good fit for the industry, which also kind of simplifies things between you just have a glove that just works in all of the areas. And a lot
less than the 17 mil too, around the fingers.
Yes.
That'd be much better.
Yes. Okay. So what else can we talk about? So the Double Diamond, it has an AQL of 1.5. So that's a quality standard.
Okay.
And so an AQL, so if I had a microscope, AQL is like the pinhole defects in a glove when I get a box of gloves. It's the acceptable level. So let's say 1.5. I'm going to simplify this way down. Let's say that means in every 1,000 gloves, 1.5 gloves can have like a pinhole defect in them, right? So it's a quality standard of like the integrity of the glove. Ours are 1.5, and that's actually better than that's required for medical gloves.
Yeah.
So it's one of those where.
And what's the medical glove?
2.5.
Yeah.
So
that means 2.5 gloves can have defects versus the 1.5.
Correct.
So it sounds a little backwards, like 1.5 is worse, but it's better.
I'm not saying that my surgeon is going to start using these gloves because they're like a medical glove or something like that. It's just one of those where I think it's a really good representation of the quality of the glove and the standard that it's manufactured to. Yes, because it's not just a normal glove. Some AQL, if you just get a regular industrial glove kind of, I mean, sometimes they're up to like 4, 5. And so that's where it's
5 can have problems.
Yeah. So it's like just having the quality of the glove. I think it's just something kind of, it's a way, if you look at a glove, it just seems like it's manufactured to a better standard.
A better standard, right.
So those are the 1.5. Yeah. And let's be honest, nobody needs a glove that doesn't perform, right?
So when you pull a glove out of these
Okay.
boxes, you can expect it to actually work versus
Yes.
maybe,
Okay.
this one might not work.
Correct. Well, we've kind of already said because we've been flashing them around, but do you want to talk about the fun part, the colors?
The colors,
The
the fun
colors
part.
are totally the fun part.
I mean, we have them in this glove specifically in orange and blue. So if you have any color coding needs, we have that available for you.
Yes, and they are. And when you say color coding,
well, some parts of the line. So if you have one room that should only be orange and then you have another room blue, you can tell if someone accidentally crosses that line and goes to a different processing line.
yes,
It just helps create a more organized environment in the workplace.
very much so. And if there was, let's knock on wood, a glove did fail.
Yeah.
If it is an orange glove, I know where that worker failed,
Exactly where
the
it
failed
came
glove
from.
came from because it's in that section of processing. And then when you're talking visual, I mean, if the manager's walking around and this is the blue section and there's an orange guy touching something, it's very easy, like, what are you doing here?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very visual cross-contamination limiter.
And they're very bright.
Yeah,
too.
they're very noticeable.
Very bright. So they will stand out.
They will not be confused with each other.
No.
And so the blue and the orange are the colors that we have now. We are looking possibly to expand this, but it seems to be the biggest demand for colors in the poultry processing right now.
And if you have any, suggestions on what you'd like to see, we'd love to hear that as well. If there's a specific reason for another color,
yes,
we are very open to that feedback.
Yes, we have gotten an inquiry. Honestly, to be upfront, green was the other color we've kind of been asked about. And that's where we can bring in other colors of gloves. Of course, the demand has to be there. Mm-hmm. So as long as there's enough quantity demand for us to bring in gloves, we could bring in another color of these gloves as well. But right now, the blue and the orange are the ones that are hitting land, requests. I think, in like 7 days, I think.
Wow.
In 1 week, I think the container, somebody could correct me, I think, but I'm pretty sure in 1 week, the container is going to land. So this is exciting. This is something that's really starting and it's going to roll out, and it'll be interesting and fun to see. Well, hopefully, I'm such a nerd, we'll get a case study out of it. Ooh, right? So it was like, so then we can talk to people, see how they work, and then get a nice case study out of this and see how it goes. Yeah. So those are, trying to think of what else we have about this glove. Oh, maybe we should say, you know what? This glove is latex.
It is latex versus our standard nitrile that we have. Huh?
The rest of our line is all nitrile. We like nitrile. We have great high quality nitrile. That's kind of where we play, if you will. But this one is latex, and people are probably aware that you can be allergic to latex, and that's kind of something that always is top of mind.
Right.
And that you can. There are latex allergies, and if you're allergic to a protein on the latex glove, and I don't want to downplay it, there can be severe allergies. Some people can be severely allergic to latex, but a lot of people also have reactions to a cheaply made glove. Right. That possibly has like some fillers or cheaper chemicals made. It's not washed fully, so it has residue on there. A lot of times that's what irritates people's skin and actually causes the skin issues versus the latex.
So people might think it's a latex allergy.
Yes.
I've actually had people come to me and say, I'm allergic to latex gloves, thinking we had latex gloves or that they were using a latex glove. And it was a nitrile. It just wasn't a great nitrile.
Yes.
So it's not always a latex allergy.
Correct. Sometimes it can be. I do not want to downplay an allergy because that's a serious thing, especially with the latex. It can be very severe. So I don't want to downplay it, but there are a lot of things that can irritate and cause reactions and like pretty gnarly rashes and things like that aren't necessarily the latex. It could be some other factors involved.
The dyes.
Yeah, in a cheaper glove. So anyway, this being a latex, it is a latex glove. Latex has a little bit different feel to the nitrile, but I gotta say, I feel like nitrile gloves are getting very close, where if you put them on, you can't totally tell the difference. Yeah. But this one is made with an ultra low protein. So it is processed in a way that it is thoroughly rinsed, and so the manufacturing of this is a very low protein latex, and that's what people would have an allergy to. So it helps minimize the allergy concerns that somebody could have from using a latex glove. Right. So if you do have the latex allergies, it's still something that you would need to test and look into, things like that. But for a lot of people having this low protein, they're not going to have a problem with it.
And it might just be great. So we can always send trials too to make sure.
Yes. And it's good for your quite comfortable. It's a very stretchy, comfortable glove.
It's really soft.
All right. So that's kind of our 1-2. So if we step back.
So the goal,
on this one, it is such a big ass glove, you guys. It is like, It's gonna get right. It's so. I'm off the screen. I can't even get it on the screen. It's such a good one. It's so fun. These are just the best gloves. They're so fun. But I think everybody is just gonna freaking love these gloves. They're gonna love them.
Oh, this is a good.
So it is a good one. We're taking care of all of the problems. We are making gloves simple. We are saving you money. We're saving you time. Fun ass colors. Like this. I feel like this is gonna be a good one. I'm excited when they come to see how people respond.
And our goal isn't to create anything different. We're not adding something new into the industry. We're just doing it a lot better.
Yeah.
Like there's a need for this already, and people were used to the old ways, and just we can always do better. We're always looking to do better and raise the bar, and that's what we did here.
Yeah. And it's just a slight improvement. But honestly, if you switch out a glove, the easiest part is like if you buy a better glove, take this glove off the shelf and I put a glove on the shelf. You don't have to retrain your employees. You don't have to anything. It's like you just put on the glove and you can save money. You can save cost. You can be more efficient. You have less ripping. You can have better grip. But you don't have to retrain your staff either, because we all know the easiest thing to do is have people change their habits.
Yes.
So this is where if you switch out a glove, it's an easy switch that way. Seamless. And if you do put that 1420 on the shelf, if we're just going to recap, see if I can remember them all. We reduce glove waste because it's that very high quality glove.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good quality glove that still is soft and has stretch and elongation. It's not a stiff glove, so it is going to reduce ripping.
Reducing the labor time.
Yes, because we're not sorting.
Yeah.
We're not putting them together. We're not rolling. We're going to simplify inventory.
You just put it on. You can not think about what hand you're putting it on and not worry about having too many rights over too many lefts.
Yeah, and then what do I do with all my lefts when I'm using my rights? And then can I buy this? But then this month I use rights and not lefts. I can't imagine inventory. So we're going to take care of that problem.
Simplify.
The grip. So I don't know if you guys can
double
see,
diamond
but
grip.
It is a diamond texture. So it has, you can see a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's on both sides because obviously if I can wear it on both hands, I need it on both sides depending on what hand I use it on. So that diamond texture really improves the grip. It does add some grip in there with it. So that is going to help from the food safety side of it. You have a better grip on it. The worker safety side of it. If I have something slippery and I'm holding knives or something like that, I want to make sure I have a good grip. So worker safety, we're helping. We talked about durability. I guess that's where overall we're really trying to improve safety and lower cost.
And lower your costs.
Yes. I think if we
simplify.
If we had to boil it down, it's like, let's just do this simple, save cost, and just make it easier.
And that increases your food safety standards overall in the workplace too. So that's always what we're looking to do.
Yeah. So this will be a good one. I'm excited to see where this one goes.
I think it's my new favorite glove.
It is.
I was a really big fan of. Nice. I mean, I love the Derma too. It's so nice. Yeah. But
if I'm gonna steal
this feels really good.
If I'm gonna steal a cleaning glove to have under my sink at home, this is
probably
the one. This is probably the one.
For sure.
It's like half comfortable. Oh, I like it. It's soft.
It's very soft.
All right. Well, if you would like to learn more today, now that we're sitting here just admiring our gloves. So if you would like to learn more, we are always here. We have a sales team that can help, especially this beautiful lady. We have a team across the country helping getting this in facilities, having them trial, make sure it works for them. We want you to be happy with the glove as well. Yeah. If you have any questions, put it in the comments below. We do watch, follow, respond as you can. We have all of our social media. We can respond to you as well. If you go to our website and contact us, this is where we do want to be a glove resource. Of course, we believe in our gloves. Our gloves, we're going to tell you are the best gloves. But we also have a lot of science, and we want you to be happy with gloves. Even if it's not our gloves, we really want to help people do better at gloves. So even if you have a random question that's not about our gloves and you're just wondering about gloves in general, reach out. We love to help with those kinds of things. We think about gloves way more than anybody should.
But once you talk to us, you'll start thinking about gloves a lot more too.
Oh yeah. You go into
it's amazing how they just show up everywhere in your everyday life.
Oh yeah. So. You go into a restaurant and just start analyzing what we're doing back there and you're like,
Yeah.
It changes everything once you actually start looking at gloves.
It's a wild world here.
Yes. So thank you for watching. Yes. We hope that it's something that's at least interesting, sparks your interest. Maybe we're not flipping the universe, but we're definitely trying to improve what we're doing in the poultry processing.
Always.
And if you would like to discuss how the 1420 Double Diamond is a good fit for your operations, we're here for you. We have a sales team that specializes in this, and so they can help you with all of that.
Yep, we're here.
It doesn't look like we have any questions today, but you know what? We did get one. We've been slowly drip releasing this online. And we have gotten a question about this glove. Because when we talk about it, we do talk about meat processing. We do talk about poultry processing.
Right.
That's kind of where we talk about this glove being used for. And so we do get asked if this is used only for meat processing.
Yeah. And, it was specifically designed for the challenges that meat processing and poultry processing can encounter. But any operation that needs durability, grip, and can improve cost efficiency, this glove could be a good fit for. So it's not just for the meat industry. We just see it as being the most beneficial there.
Mm-hmm.
But it could be for other industrial uses as well.
Very much. So we did specifically design it to take care of those problems that the meat industry is having. But this glove could have a lot more uses beyond that because of all the factors it could apply to, other industries as well. So that's something where
all of our gloves are, we find some people coming to us for specific uses that we hadn't even thought of, and they work out really great. So always, if you want to trial it for another use, we'd love to hear that too.
Very much so. Well, look at us. Oh my God, 10:30 right on the nose. It is our day today. We are just on it. So good timing, but thank you for joining us today. If you have any questions, go to our website, ask us. The 1420 Double Diamond Latex Glove is a great glove. I think this one is really going to make a lot of people in the meat processing industry very happy. So if you have questions, let us know. Otherwise, thank you for joining us. You can go to ecoprotect.com. That's where you can find more information about us. We do this every month. So if you want to join us next month, I'm not sure what the topic is yet. So if you guys have any ideas, you can put it in the comments below, shoot us over an idea, what you'd like to talk about, what you have questions about, if there's anything you want us to dive in deeper. But yeah, we like to talk about everything that's food safety, worker safety. If it involves gloves, I promise we have thought about it.
Yes.
So let us know. Otherwise, we will see you back here next month.
Thanks for joining.
Yes. And enjoy your summer. It's starting to get warm out there. And we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.